For utility, utility maximizing, the marginal, the diminishing marginal utility, everything in regards to utility. So what is utility? Well, utility, or what we call a util, is simply a base unit. It's a unit of satisfaction that's relatively subjective. For instance, if you eat a slice of cake, you could say that's 10 utils. Let's say you go to a theme park, that could be 1,000 utils, etc., etc. If you do anything fun, that's a lot of utils. So utils is just a base unit for how much satisfaction a specific good or product gives you as an individual. The law of diminishing marginal utility states that the more you consume of a product, the additional satisfaction gained decreases. And it kind of makes sense. You don't just go to a buffet and eat thousands of stuff. You don't go to the Golden Corral or whatever buffet and just eat everything. That's because at some point your belly starts to get upset and you start to get full. So the additional utility, the additional benefit actually decreases. That's the law of diminishing marginal utility, that the more and more you consume, the less additional satisfaction you actually gain, which is a reason why we don't really infinitely consume. We consume to a limit. So if we're dealing with a law of diminishing marginal utility, how do we maximize our utility? How do we maximize our benefit? Now, there's this very complicated formula. This is it. But you don't need to know this formula. You just need to know what to do. So here's a general problem. We have the marginal utility for apples that are $8 and the marginal utility for bananas that are $4. And you can notice that the marginal utility decreases as consumption increases. That's the law of diminishing marginal utility. So let's say we have $12. What should we do? Well, if we spend $4 on bananas, we get 8 utility. I think that the best way to do this, and what I want you guys to do, is to basically make it utility per dollar. So we have 8 utility, $4, that's 2 utility per dollar, 8 divided by 4. Then here, $8, 10 utility, 10 divided by 8, I believe that's 1.25. Then what's the bigger number, 2 or 1.25? 2 is a bigger number, so you gain more utility per dollar when you pick a banana. So now we have 1 banana and we have $8 remaining. What should we do now? Well, we do the same thing. Now we could have 2 bananas, another banana, so that's 4 utility. The marginal utility per dollar there, 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we buy an apple, because remember, this is 1.25. 1.25 is larger than 1, so then we have 1 apple. So if we want to maximize our utility and we have $12, we would buy 1 apple and 1 banana. Then let's say hypothetically we have $20. Well, we already know these two combinations for 12, so we have an additional 8. Do we buy 2 apples or do we buy 2 bananas? Well, let's do the same thing. 4 divided by 4, that's 1, so we get 1 utility per dollar. Here, 7 divided by 8, I don't know that specifically, but 0.87, it's just slightly below 1. So if we want to maximize our utility, we buy another banana. So now we have 2 bananas and 1 apple. So in total we have $16, we have $4 remaining, we can't buy another apple, so we're going to buy another banana. So now we have 3 bananas and 1 apple. So that's our combination. So just like that, you did this complicated formula. You don't need to know the formula, you just need to know how to apply that formula to different questions. And then you can understand how we can actually use utility maximizing and find a specific combination that maximizes our utility. So here's a question I saw in an AP exam. Amanda has $24 to spend on smoothies and muffins. Smoothies cost $6 each and muffins cost $3 each. The table below shows the total utility Amanda receives from consuming various goods. To maximize her utility, how many smoothies and muffins should she buy? So this is a unique problem. Pause the video, try to do it yourself using the same technique we used here. Okay, let's go through this. Now it's important to notice this is having total utility. So it's not like we're going to gain 54 utility. This is the total utility. Make sure you notice that. This is marginal, and we saw it decreasing. Here's total. So let's calculate it. Smoothies are 6, muffins are 3. So what's the marginal utility per dollar here? 30 divided by 6 is 5. Marginal utility here, 21 divided by 3, the cost of a muffin is 7. So we have 1 muffin. Okay, now we have what? We have $21 remaining. What do we do now? Well, the marginal utility per dollar here is 18. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 6 is larger than 5. That's the marginal utility here. So we have another muffin, 2 muffins. So now what do we have here? 15 marginal utility per dollar. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now we see that they're equal. 5 marginal utility per dollar here, because 30 divided by 6 is 5. And 5 marginal utility per dollar here, 15 divided by 3. What do we do then? Then we buy, if we have enough money, we buy both. So we have 3 muffins and we have 1 smoothie. So how much money do we have remaining? Well, 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 muffins cost $9. And then a smoothie is 6, 15. 24 minus 15, we have $9 remaining. So let's see what we can buy. This here, 24 marginal utility, 54 minus 30. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Then here, marginal utility here is 12. 66 minus 54, 12. Divided by 3 is 4. So this is the better combination because it's more utility per dollar. So now we have 4 and 1. When we have 4 and 1, 12, 18, we have $6 remaining. So let's see what we can buy. 9 utility here, 75 minus 66, 9 marginal utility, divided by the 3, so we get 3 marginal utility. Remember here is 4, 24 divided by 6 is 4, so then we buy another smoothie. And then I believe we've maxed it out. 2 smoothies is $12, 4 muffins is $12, 12 plus 12 is 24, then we get our answer is A. So now, I did a lot of that math mentally. You can easily make mistakes mentally, especially on the AP exam. I urge you, you really need to do this with a pencil, with some sort of pencil. You need to do the marginal utility. You gotta divide it by the price. Make sure you write down the price so you don't get confused. Just make sure you do it. You show your work, really. You met a lot of people make mistake on the math. Just make sure you understand how to do it and do the math properly, and you can basically get any question right regarding utility maximizing, whether it be your regular economics course, AP economics, or dual enrollment economics, anything economics related. This is the general formula for how you figure out combinations of what do I buy? Do I buy 3 smoothies and 2 muffins, or 6 smoothies and 0 muffins? It's a way to calculate your combination.